Jim Henson's Labyrinth, Goodnight Goblin King, written by S.T. Bend, illustrated by Bill Robinson. A magical world can be found quite close by, where creatures abound and stars sprinkle the sky. It holds a great maze lined with stones, traps, and moss. It's ruled by a king, one you don't want to cross. Within Jareth's castle, where the goblins creep, small Toby, that scamp, just refuses to sleep. The Goblin King's tired and rather perplexed. He has no idea what he ought to do next. Do you have any idea what perplexed means? It means puzzled. I just don't know. But lucky for Jareth, old Beetleglum's near. His sweet nanny kept all the king's baby gear. The goblin watched Jareth when he was quite small. He'll help the king silence this loud caterwaul. Caterwaul? Another weird word. What does it mean? It means shrieking or wailing like a cat. The goblin tells Jareth when he was a boy, a fluffy stuffed chicken would bring him great joy. But when he was cranky and needed to rest, Beetleglum's stories worked on Jareth the best. Do you like stories when you're cranky or tired? Stories are amazing. The king thinks that's great, but what he'll do instead is tell baby Toby he must go to bed. The labyrinth's creatures are starting to dream, so Toby should too. That's enough with this scheme. And taking young Toby with him to his throne, the king crafts a cozy bedtime friendly zone. He summons an orb, a fine magic ball, and conjures an image inside its glass wall. The first drowsy creature who's going to bed is Hoggle the dwarf with a cap on his head. He lives in a hollow tree outside the maze and winds down in somewhat unusual ways. Before little Hoggle turns in for the night, he must clear his home of the fairies that bite. And when his abode houses nary a pest, he curls up to sleep. Time to get some good rest. Nary means none. Good night, Hoggle. The worm lives inside of the labyrinth's walls, where comforts abound through his home's hallowed halls. From cookies to cuppas to goodnight kisses, his day's not complete till he's with his missus. Good night, worm. This makes Jareth think. Tea puts the worm to sleep. Could milk stop young Toby from making a peep? But Toby's immersed in the king's bedtime tale. The story is working. It stopped his loud wail. Now back in the labyrinth, atop their chair, our wise man and hat go to bed with some flair. The avian headpiece curls round Wiseman's eyes, a sleep mask of sorts for the best of allies. Good night, wise men, and good night, hat. Oh, look, you can see Sarah. At sunset, the brick keeper's work is now done. They rearrange stones all day long, one by one. For the passers-by, they so love to confuse. When someone gets lost, they turn in for a snooze. Good night, brick keepers, those rascals. And deep in the obelisk, helping hands move. They flex and they wiggle in a rhythmic groove. Their dance is relaxing and stretching so deep, might just be the reason these hands fall asleep. Good night, helping hands. And further along, a harmonious sound is soothing the creatures of the underground. The false alarms sing lullabies in soft tones. Who knew such fine music could come from these stones? What do you think that sounds like? Go back, go to sleep. Who knows? Good night, false alarms. Still more of our maze dwellers head to their beds. Outside a large door, 4 fine guards rest their heads. Once they turn around in exactly 3 spins, they tuck themselves in, and the snoring begins. Good night, 4 guards. Not far from the guards, both the door knockers yawn. Ooh, my favorite. With darkness upon them, they'll sleep until dawn. They pose drowsy queries in one final round. Then they try their best not to drool on the ground. Good night, door knockers. The loyal beast Ludo looks out for his friends. When nippers or goblins attack, he defends. But now that it's twilight, he calls on his rocks, surrounding his soft, mossy bed with stone blocks. Good night, Ludo. This makes Jareth pause. Perhaps sleep would come round if they had a wall that would block out all the sound. He summons his goblins, but while they all stand, the babe grabs the orb in his soft, chubby hands. What's gonna happen? The next of the labyrinth's creatures to rest, a staff-wielding knight in a red and blue vest. Sir Didymus lives by an honor-bound code. He guards the bridge standing beside his abode. Lest he shirk his duties, he keeps watch all night. Ambrosius curls up at his feet rather tight. The brave knight shall let no one pass for the eve. He'll doze on his feet, but he won't ever leave. Good night, Sir Didymus. Good night, Ambrosius. The flame-colored Fireys are truly a sight. Their pre-bedtime rituals rather a fright. The fire burns on as they sing and they prance. The night's far too short to give up their dance. But slowly and surely the embers die out. Their campfire dims as they give one last shout. And as they reflect on their night filled with fun, they curl up in balls and nod off one by one. Good night, Fireys. And near Goblin City, Junk Lady awaits. She lives in the junkyard just outside the gates. She oversees rooms for those who walk the maze and joins them inside for a curious gaze. Tonight she shows Toby his copycat room, and seeing this space pulls him out of his gloom. He waves at his loveys, his crib, and his rug. The king's plan is working. He feels rather smug. Good night, Junk Lady. But not Toby, not yet. And in the tall castle where goblins reside, a number of creatures are quite occupied. They trim nails and brush teeth and even comb hair, all habits that Jareth refuses to share. And protector goblins keep watch nearby too. They're big and imposing, a rather tough crew. They subdue their nippers and sleep slumped upright. This way they can always be ready to fight. Good night, goblins. King Jareth's castle has goblins galore, and when they're all tired and ready to snore, they curl up on chickens, such fine feathered friends, which make for nice pillows until nighttime ends. Good night, chickens. As Jareth continues this fine bedtime plot, he looks down at Toby, and screaming, he's not. With a great big yawn and a couple of sighs, the baby begins to rub his tired eyes. The moon is aglow and stars are shining bright. Now Jareth can tuck himself in for the night. He lays on his throne in his cape lined with fur and orders all creatures around not to stir. The king's plan worked wonders. The babe gives a snore. One sweet rhythmic inhale soon turns into more. The Goblin King's tired, his eyelids droop too. It's bedtime for Jareth. Now, how about you? Good night, Goblin King, and good night, Toby too. I hope you enjoyed this story time with me. See you next time, friends.